Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto and UDA Party have actually suffered a major political blow. One of their key member of parliament and key supporter, Didmus Baraza, the Kiminini member of parliament, has announced that he's not going to defend his seat on UDA Party and that he's going to contest for the Bungoma gubernatorial seat, but on Ford Kenya Party.
Nilikuwa na chama gani ingine ya UDA. Si mnajua namna hiyo? Vile nimepima. Vile nimekaa chini na nikapima. Na pima mura inapima. Na pima mura inapima na cheka. Assembly ya Fweli Bungoma yeye. Babandu bali mu bakali ba MCA bakali bali ba Ford Kenya. Bali ba Ford Kenya. Kiumu kibeji mu MCA ya Ford Kenya. Na pindu namna ni ba Ford Kenya bali bakali ba UDA bali batiti. Mananaro nenga papa Roma ke pangile 2027. Ba MCA ba Ford Kenya bali bakali batuba kosika. Wona maanisha ne ba bishop we Bungoma Senya na ba mudi ni tofauti ita nyina wa bishop omwe no mukatolika nyina ko kwa bishop mukanze ya pende ko kana ko wona landi sese 2027 ni ba bishop wa Bungoma kama ni kange kama kalika la bahura mukumutambu ko bantu bo Bungoma kukumala huriena Senenya nanje huru kana baende ho kana bwenya ho mbicha kana ho bwenya ho laba zinanu boneze 2027 ndekani ingira muri kanisa ya Ford Kenya be bishop bibweneyo yo injili nechebwe ita wolo hala.
So in this video I want us to look at why Didmus Baraza has decided not to contest on UDA Party in 2027 but instead join Ford Kenya. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, without any further ado, let us dive into this juicy story. Why do you think Didmus Baraza, of all the people, has made the decision to join Ford Kenya and not defend his seat on UDA?
Na pia ifanywe kwa kuhusisha vyama vyote ambavyo viko chini ya muungano wa Kenya Kwanza. Na sisi wote tukubaliane kwa kauli moja. Si kwamba kwa kauli moja, lakini tukubaliane kwa wengi.
And that's very important. Because for those who follow the politics of this country, William Ruto had a vision for UDA. He wanted to make UDA Party the dominant party in Western Kenya. His vision was that in Kakamega, he wanted to win the gubernatorial seat. And that's why he fronted Boni Alwale during the last election. But because that was not going to work, he supported ANC candidate, Cleophas Malala. As fate would have it, as part of his various strategy to scheme for Western Kenya, William Ruto decided to convince Cleophas Malala to become the Secretary General of ANC Party, of UDA Party, which means, as we speak now, in Kakamega, I don't think there's any major or serious UDA supporter left there. In Bungoma, William Ruto is also keen on winning the seat from Ford Kenya. The truth of the matter is that if you look at the outcome of the last election, William Ruto won the presidency in Bungoma. And that's why most people believe that between Mudavadi and Wetangula, the person who delivered to Ruto was indeed Wetangula. But why would Didmus Baraza decide not to defend and not to contest on UDA party. Because remember, UDA as a political party is the ruling party. Why would he defend his seat on a party which is not ruling? For me, that is informed by several factors. Number one, and this is how it's going to affect William Ruto. Number one, William Ruto's plan to dominate Western Kenya is not going to succeed. William Ruto had a very strategic plan on how to take control of Western Kenya. And the strategy was very clear. Frustrate Ford Kenya, frustrate ANC party. How do you frustrate Ford Kenya? How do you frustrate ANC party? Appoint Mudavadi chief cabinet secretary or the prime cabinet secretary. Appoint Wetangula, the speaker. Those appointments ensured that the two stopped being the party leaders of their respective parties. Then engineer raid into those particular parties. So William Ruto then decided to raid. ANC party, he picked Malala. Then he went and picked, I think, someone also from Ford Kenya. By Didmus Baraza now joining Ford Kenya, it means his plans to dominate that region is not going to succeed. Because let's face it, Didmus Baraza is very popular in Kimilini constituency. And as far as Bungoma politics is concerned, the governor is not going to contest again. He is serving his second term. The other candidate guy might not really join Ford Kenya. So Ford Kenya has a window for electing the next governor. Because, sometimes you look at statistics. The former governor, Lusaka, was first elected on a Ford Kenya ticket. Then he left Ford Kenya. The next governor was elected again. Wangamati was elected on Ford Kenya. Then Lusaka made a comeback through Ford Kenya, which means statistically, Ford Kenya has a higher chance of winning. And that is how it's going to affect William Ruto. Number two, William Ruto has plans of merging all the political parties in Kenya Kwanza to form one big political party. Do you want to tell me that Ford Kenya party leader is sleeping, that is not seeing that his party is gaining traction? Because the move by Baraza is actually a high profile win for Ford Kenya. So Ford Kenya can now not agree to see the grounds to merge that political party. I am sure in, let's say in Trans Nzoia, there's a serious guy who also wants to contest on Ford Kenya. And Moses Wetangula understands that is where he is because of Bungoma politics and because of Ford Kenya. So if William Ruto had plans of merging these parties, that's not going to work now. So for me, that's a big blow for William Ruto because his schemes of merging Ford Kenya will now not work. I mean, of merging Kenya Kwanza is now not going to work. Number three, and this is serious, it's actually a reflection of the mood on the ground. You see, if the ground was not conducive for Ford Kenya, if the ground favored UDA, rest assured that Didmus Baraza would not be warming towards Ford Kenya. It means there's a problem in UDA. It means UDA is actually losing ground in Western Kenya. It means that there's no confidence amongst UDA supporters in Western Kenya. Those are the facts. Because if that was not the case, I cannot tell you for sure, if that was not the case, then Baraza would still be sticking with the UDA. During the last election, he stuck with UDA. He won. In the 2017 election, he stuck with Jubilee. He won. So probably in Kimilili, he understands that in Kimilili he can win UDA. But when it comes to now Bungoma as an extended county now, he cannot succeed. So for me, that's a strong warning to William Ruto that the ground is not really good for Kenya Kwanza. And number 4, in my view, that move would also mean one thing, that several other political aspirants, several other UDA members of parliament who are also nursing various ambitions from Western Kenya will now likely start shifting from UDA to a more kind of coalition-friendly political party. Kenya Kwanza has 3 major political parties, that is Ford Kenya and ANC Party. So if Bungoma is pro-Ford Kenya, then it means more aspirants will lean towards Ford Kenya. If, for example, Vihiga is pro-ANC Party, it means in Vihiga, most of the aspirants will now start leaning towards ANC because that's the dominant party. So for me, that's a big blow because aspirants is what make political parties. In the last election, for example, most of the aspirants in Rift Valley were contesting on UDA. Those in Mountain were contesting on UDA. So William Ruto would have expected that in being the president of the Republic of Kenya, most aspirants would actually show interest in supporting UDA. But now that's not the case. And lastly, there's what I always refer to as perceptional value. The move by Baraza reduces the perceptional value. And the perceptional value is that I've always stated that politics is a perceptional game, how people perceive it. So there's always this perception that UDA is now stronger. The fact that Ruto is now the president, the fact that Weta and Mudavadi can no longer run the party affairs the way they used to do, that UDA was going to have a lot of say in Western Kenya. That's not true. It means perceptionally, that move would lower the value of UDA as a political party. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts. And thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.